What's going on, everybody? Mr. Octagon here from Octagon Gaming. Now we are back with our On the Clock series here for the NFL Draft. So in today's episode, we're going to be discussing what the Los Angeles Rams should do. Now the Rams, they don't have a first-round pick this year. They would be picking fifth, which is why I'm making them the fifth episode, but they don't have a first-round pick. That pick belongs to the Titans, which that'll be the 18th episode. That'll only be in a few days because the NFL Draft is right around the corner. Now, I'm going to have one of these videos for every single team before the first pick is announced, whether that's the Browns or some other teams. So, let me just start with the trade. The Rams traded up to get the number one pick last year. They had, pick 15 or 16 or somewhere. No, they had 15 because I know the Lions had 16. The Lions are my team. And I know the Raiders had 14, and the Raiders are my second favorite team. So the Rams got Jared Goff to be their franchise quarterback, and he didn't get too much playing time in year one, but everyone seems to be calling him a bust. I wouldn't call him a bust quite yet, because he's barely gotten any playing time. If you take a look at the top two quarterbacks, Wentz got a lot of playing time, and Wentz had a really solid year. Wentz did better than Goff. I'm not going to argue about that. However, I don't think they should give up on Goff. And the thing they should work on in this year's draft is getting Goff help, because Goff had no help. And same with Todd Gurley. They should get Todd Gurley some help too. With the second round, they should take either receiver or offensive line. Now, offensive line is a 2-for-1 deal because you help Jared Goff and you help Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley had a really disappointing season last year after a phenomenal rookie season. Why is that? Their offensive line is terrible. Now, second round offensive linemen, I don't think Forrest Lamp will be available. If you're lucky, Cam Robinson. And I'm going to say he falls out of the first round. I think the Rams maybe should even trade up with, around the Seahawks area and maybe snag him. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Because I think they should target Cam Robinson. They drafted Greg Robinson a few years ago as an offensive tackle, second overall. And he hasn't really been great, but you have a different Robinson as your hopefully franchise tackle. And he can play other positions off the offensive line. So maybe he won't be their franchise tackle, but he'll be somewhere on that offensive line. I don't think they need to worry about defense. They have a really solid defense. They did lose T.J. McDonald this offseason. And I don't know if they have Tremaine Johnson, but they have a very good defensive line. Maybe they could use a cornerback. That would not be a bad idea. I do really like Tremaine Johnson, but I don't know if I think he's still on the team. They could use a safety because they lost T.J. McDonald. Linebackers, they could probably use a linebacker. Alec Ogletree's solid. And then defensive line, they have Aaron Donald, who's probably the second best defensive lineman in the league. Or probably third, because I'm a big Khalil Mack fan. And obviously J.J. Watt's number one. And they have Robert Quinn, too. Robert Quinn's a pretty solid player there. Maybe they'll draft another end because they traded Willie Hayes this past offseason, but I think they should worry about offense. Now, if they don't draft an offensive lineman, I think they should draft a receiver. Maybe Zay Jones. And I think they will take Zay Jones. What I think will happen in that mock draft, I guess, I'm doing a little what I think will happen. I think they're going to take Zay Jones. And I think that will be an excellent pick for them. I really like ECU, and I really like Zay Jones. He has the most receptions out of any wide receiver in college football history. Yards and touchdowns, he's probably high up there. So he's one of the best wide receivers in college football history when it comes to stats. Obviously, ECU is the best team in college football, so there's a lot of receivers better than him in better schools, but still, that's pretty darn impressive. And Zay Jones is sort of flying up draft boards, which I really like. I think he is a late first round, early second round talent. The Rams, you could say they'd be lucky to get Zay Jones. Maybe they would trade up with the Seahawks or so in that 26, 25, 27 range. But that's what I think they should do. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, smash that like button. Next episode, we will be discussing what the New York Jets should do. That's going to be interesting. So, peace out, everybody.